Alright, let's get started right away here. First technique to turn the background transparent. Alright, so I'll take a very simple example here just to get started. And the first one will be simply a filled rectangle. We will set the color to, let's do red, and do a filled rectangle like this. Alright, and now what we want to do is save this image with the background that's white as transparent. It's still white, right? Just because you flag it as transparent doesn't mean it's not there anymore. You just don't see it if you place it into a program that uses the transparency information to hide those pixels. The alpha channel will contain that transparency. So one technique to do that is you pick the image up in the brush. You think through the brush. The custom brush allows you to pick this entire image. Let's go do that. Use the selected as brush. What is the selected? Well, right now it's everything. The entire image is selected. So you can use that or pick it up as a brush. And you can see it as a brush. You can store it if you want to just keep a snapshot of it. It is still opaque on the background. Here it is not showing a plaid pattern. It's fully opaque. So what we'll do next is to actually tell it to key on white colors to make those transparent. Now there's a couple of places where you can do that. In version 10 of Howler, you'll see a shortcut here, brush chroma key option. And when you click that, you'll see that you can pick the color to make it transparent. Right. There is another technique, and that's the tool right here on the left side. If you don't have version 10 yet, what you can do is you go to the toolbar, and below the magic wand and the color picker, there is the custom brush pickup tool, the custom brush selector. And so when you right click that, you will see the image and you can pick any color you have here to chroma key to that. Right. Okay, so that's a quick and easy one because the shape is very crisp, very easy, very simple. We don't have anti-aliasing along the edges. And so with that, you can easily say, for instance, you want the white pixels to be transparent. And you now have that, not here in this image, but in the brush. If you store this brush, like we did earlier, we now have a different stored copy. This one here has opaque white colors. This one here is transparent. And you simply pick this one if you want to paint with that. You can certainly make it smaller. You can change the size here to preview with that. It still is opaque. Whereas with this one, if you make it a little bit smaller, it also resizes the alpha channel that's in it, so the whole image is behaving as expected with a transparent background. You could, for instance, erase the color here differently. Let's say you do some sort of a light teal blue, and you erase to that color. Now you can see the red can go on here. The red can also be rotated. You can, in fact, have it rotated with the direction in which you're painting. Right? You can have one of those here. Use the direction of the pointer motion to determine the angle of the brush. So it's rotating with it. And so that's essentially how you do this. With the brush, you can, let's go reset that. You have this image, and you don't want the behavior with the rotation. You do want it to perhaps erase to white still in this preview, but the fact is now you have an image in the brush that has a transparency mask for all these background pixels that were white to be transparent. How do we save that to a PNG? Right? Do you need to get it back into the image before you save it? No, you don't. You can go directly from the brush menu and save it there. Because this is the brush, we have access here to save it directly from the brush menu. Alright, so let's go do that. And here we call horizontal or hor bar 1, and that's it. It's a PNG image. And if we go to our to another program such as Irfan View, and we go to File Open, you will see here that you have a variety of images in PNG format. It knows how to display the preview. This is from Windows. And as you select it, some of these will have opacity or transparency masks. Some of them don't. This one here, for instance, is still showing in white, whereas this one here is showing as a black background. And it's not that the pixels are black. They're actually white, as you see here in the Windows preview, but they are also flagged as transparent. There is an alpha channel that like a mask that says which pixels are visible, fully visible, those are the red ones, and then which pixels are fully transparent. And there could actually be a value in between. There could be some that are semi-transparent. Right? The alpha channel is not an on or off switch. It is a gradual switch. It has 8 bits, 256 different values, and you can have a very gradual transition of transparency or opacity. But in this case, it's all transparent for the white background, opaque for the red bar.